Hey, everybody. That is an abrupt opening. How's everybody doing? Well, welcome to our virtual, I almost said Halloween holiday party. Glad to be here with you. And we've got a big group with us tonight, and we have special guests and all kinds of trivia and games and drinking, and it's going to be a splendid time. So I'm just going to go around. I'm going to start down here because we have someone who's not been with us before. Natalie Harold, she is my youngest daughter, and she edits a lot of the shows you hear. Natalie, good to have you there with us. And you're also going to be our tech expert tonight to help with our remote broadcast section in a little bit here.
Yes, it's good to be here. Happy holidays. And I also have another special guest. Teddy says hello.
Yes. Excellent. Very good.
Joining us tonight.
Excellent. We'll go around to Dar Harold.
Hello.
Hey, how are you tonight?
I am well. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm just looking at all the dials and things to hear to make sure we get everything in. So what are you excited about this Christmas?
I'm just so happy we're all together and healthy and safe, and yeah.
And
that's what I'm excited for.
The thing is that, I mean, I don't think we're kidding anybody. You know, it's a tough time right now in the world, but you've got to take moments of joy and moments of fun. And that's a lot what the holidays are about. So yeah, we acknowledge there are tough times in the world today, particularly with the things going on if you turn on your TV or look at your phone. But we want to just have a couple hours of fun tonight. So that should be good. And we've got Maddie, otherwise known as Lady Krampus. Hey, Lady Krampus, how are you tonight?
Good. Belated happy Krampusnacht.
There you go.
That's right.
Well, kind of like nasty kind of holiday monsters are kind of a theme. And we have something here actually from your son, Galen. He's a very talented artist, and we'll show it here. Tell us about what we're seeing here, Lady Krampus, otherwise known as Maddie.
This is something he apparently just doodled at school. And he's
that's really great.
I've never seen him try to replicate something before, so I hadn't realized quite how advanced he is. It's really remarkable. Bless his father for having given him this talent, because it's not me.
Yeah. I can't draw a stick man. So, and this is just the start. He's 8. I mean, imagine what he'll do down the road. That's way to go, Galen. Excellent.
So I actually printed it and put it on my cabinet. Well, because I really do like it. It's so cute.
Oh, do we have matching sweaters? Somebody asked.
Girls do.
I have a Get Lit. I have Get Lit. And it actually has lights, but you can't see it because of my studio. Because of my studio lights. So there we have it. So Cassandra, We Have Fun has a question. How do I let loose and have fun? I don't know.
Well, shouldn't you be the one to answer?
I don't know. I think I just do this. This is all I do.
It's a good question for me. How does
this is all I do? But how are you tonight, Cassandra?
I'm doing well, feeling festive and ready to make merry.
There you go. Excellent. Well, if the voice is familiar,
Cassandra, Dickinsonian.
Cassandra is also the host of Unpleasant Dreams. Maddie writes it. Cassandra hosts it. I do a little bit of editing. So everybody, if you haven't checked out Unpleasant Dreams, make sure to put that in your podcatcher tonight. Don't delay. Let's see. Mark here says, hello, Maddie. Mary says, Merry Christmas from PA. Betsy says, Happy holidays to you guys.
You too.
And Hillary found something funny. Maybe
how you let loose? No.
Yeah. Woohoo. So anyway, what we're going to do now is actually over the Halloween party, we did a fun little thing where Dar made a recipe, and we pre-taped that, and we said, this time we are going to go wild. We're going to go wild, and we're going to do it live. So
everyone out there is going to think like we're boozers. We do not that much, but hey, we're being festive tonight. So
once in a while, you got to have a little bit of fun. I'm looking forward to having some Jingle Juice tonight. Hey, maybe if I have enough Jingle Juice tonight, we'll be able to
get loose and have fun.
Yeah, fun. Yeah, exactly. So with that, Dar and Natalie are going to leave us for a couple moments, and they're going to give us a thumbs up when they're ready to do the Jingle Juice. So Dar, see ya Natalie, see ya. And we'll see them in a minute. So I thought a good thing to do while we're waiting for them is talk a little bit about unpleasant dreams. So I'm going to let Maddie chime in on this because she's usually quiet. So any opportunity I get on these things to get her to talk, I'm like, there we go. So Maddie, tell folks about, if they haven't heard about unpleasant dreams, what it is.
Unpleasant Dreams is a narrative, nonfiction kind of romp through all the scary, spooky stuff that we know outside tiny little bits about, but we don't really delve into it. So we're trying to give everybody a taste of all the things that you could delve into on your own.
Very cool. Very cool indeed. Now, Cassandra, you were the voice of Unpleasant Dreams. So far, what's been maybe your favorite story? Which one has resonated with you the most?
Oh my gosh, that's so difficult. Well, I won't go with my favorite overall, but recently I think we did just release the Krampus one, didn't we?
Did we? Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that
we
was the
did do
last one we
Krampus.
did.
Yes. So that one was, and someone said in the chat, Elisa Lamb. Elisa Lamb is fantastic. But the recent Krampus one that came out is also very, very fun and very informational too. I had very little knowledge of it before going into it. So
yeah, and something like that I think could even be a cautionary tale. I mean, there's been a lot done on it, but the idea that maybe it's a situation where people see that that you got to watch what you're doing, going by yourself, not blaming her by any means whatsoever. No means whatsoever. It was a horrible, horrible thing. But just, if it saves one person from, maybe going somewhere, they don't know what's going on. Maybe they research a little bit more. But what a sad, sad story. I feel so sorry for Elisa and her family. Just very sad. I see Dar Harold is at her station. Give us a thumbs up if you're ready. It looks like she is ready. So we're going to add her to the stream. And Dar, can you hear us? Can you see us?
I can hear you. Can we see them?
Yeah, well, yeah, okay. We're good. We're good.
I can't see you guys, but
that's okay. Well, long as Natalie can see us. So are you ready to tell us about Jingle Juice and how to make it?
Jingle Juice, a recipe. I think I got it from delish.com like years and years and years ago. So it's been in the Harold repertoire for a long time. We always have it at parties. Lately, we've been just having it with us because of, COVID and not getting together with big groups of people. But it's a really simple punch and it's very festive and it's very easy going down. Now, this is alcoholic, very alcoholic. If you want a non-alcoholic, just obviously leave out the alcohol. And just use the cranberry juice. So it starts with cran apple juice. Okay. So I buy the big containers. It needs 4 cups of that. So I'm going to go ahead and put the 4 cups. We got a 2 and it's really simple. It's very quick to make. And I don't know, when we always serve it, it just disappears rather quickly. So there we go. So 4 cups of cran apple. I guess you can substitute just cranberry juice too if you can't find the cran apple, because there's been times we haven't been able to find that and the cranberries work just fine. So that's that. Then you need a bottle of Prosecco, 1 whole 750 milliliter bottle. So you go ahead and slowly pour that in. And then you're going to really get lit, as Jim's sweater indicates. You're going to get 2 bottles of red Moscato. You can find, if you can find it, sometimes there's a 1.5 liter. So that will take care of the 2 bottles of this, as opposed to, it's better just to have the 1 sometimes, but see, we could do it with both hands. And I broke out my mom's punch bowl for the occasion, which we don't use too often. So you got both bottles of that. And then you follow up with a 1/2 cup of vodka. So I told you there's
2 shots of vodka.
Yeah. Cassandra's favorite, right? You kind of give it a stir. And then, which will help keep it cold and keep it festive, you take a bag of cranberries and you freeze them. Okay. And when you're ready, you just kind of shove the cranberries in there and cut up some
Sandy
limes.
says, holy crap, that's a lot of booze.
It is. But you know what the funny part is? It tastes sweet. And going down, it's like, oh my gosh, this is great. So it's scary because you may not know how much you're actually taking in. So kind of be
those
careful.
are limes, right? Because I interrupted.
Those are limes. So I sliced up some limes. Also, what you can do, I'm not doing it because we're going with our very festive theme, and we're using our moose mugs from Christmas Vacation. We are big Christmas Vacation fans, minus Natalie. But normally, if you had like a normal glass, you would want to take a lime around the rim and kind of dip it in sugar, which makes it even more sweet and very easily able to get down. So, and that's really it to the Jingle Juice. So you just kind of mix it up, and it kind of has some bubbly. Kind of pour some in and get some cranberries and a lime in there. And there we go. See? There's your Jingle Juice for the evening. I know Jim's been looking forward to this.
Yes,
correct?
Can maybe Natalie can bring one up to me.
I think she will. And you can enjoy it at a party. We've been very busy at the Harold house baking cookies. Cassandra and Natalie's been very busy doing final exams, so she's not been able to participate too much. But we did some traditional, my pizzelles I've talked about last Christmas, my Italian waffle cookies, did some called an Italian cantucci, which is like an almond biscotti, and cranberry pistachio. And Cassandra made these, to die for, lemon glazed cookies. These are so good. And then she is extremely creative. I don't have the patience nor the talent to do this, but she has decorated a number of sugar cookies, which took her absolutely forever, and her arm is now killing her. But she just has like super talent. She made some gingerbread men, which were super cute this year, and got to show off her tree because her tree is really so pretty. If I can grab it here. She had a candy cane too. So there's your,
nice?
Look, instant party. You got cookies, you got your Jingle Juice, you are ready to go.
I like the sip nog from the mug and whisper to yourself, it's good. It's good. It's good.
All right. There we go.
What a nice job. What a nice job, Dar. I think you ought to do more of these. I really do. I said this before. Doesn't everybody agree that Dar should do more of these?
Give you guys some. They're out there, but there we go. And Natalie's just going to have, so when I said leave out the alcohol, we're just going to get her some cranapple juice with some like Martinelli, so that sparkling grape or sparkling apple juice. And then, you could always save a few of the cranberries and which I do have in the fridge, and some lime. And this way they're festive too. She's got a few years yet.
All right. Very good. Very good. Well, thank you, Dar, and we'll see you in just a few moments.
Sounds good.
All right. And thanks to Natalie, too, for all her help with the tech. That went pretty smoothly. That was great. So I just want to wrap on the I wanted to wrap up on the Unpleasant Dreams things. Just everybody check out Unpleasant Dreams. These folks do a great job. I'm biased, but there we go. Ryan Sprague is offering to hop on if I'd like. Yes, Ryan, sure. Come join us. Go over to jimharold.com/join live. You see it right there, Ryan. We'd love to have you in. That would be great. So that's cool. We have a VIP, Ryan Sprague, Mr. UFO himself. Mark is here to play some trivia. I don't know if Mark's hearing us. I'm going to bring him in. He usually plays trivia. So Mark, can you hear us? Can you see us? It doesn't look like he can hear us. Can you hear us, Mark?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, there you go. How are you tonight?
Okay, how are you guys doing?
I'm doing well. I just got my Jingle Juice, so hopefully I'll be doing a lot better here. Here we go. Let me take a little sip here. It's delicious. So, Mark, you are a big winner. You win pretty much every time we have trivia.
I just got the T-shirt from...
Excellent.
Yesterday, I just got the T-shirt from
Excellent.
Halloween.
Excellent. I was very slow in getting those out, but everybody gets their prize. It may take a little while, but they get it. And it was the new design. And that's what we'll be doing with this one. So are you ready to play some trivia?
Sure.
All right, let's bring one up here. Now, Natalie did this trivia, and I thought she did a nice job on it. This is not an easy question. What 1951 movie starring Bob Hope debuted the song Silver Bells?
The Lemon Drop Kid.
Oh, dang.
Oh, boom goes the dynamite. Wow. Well, you got another T-shirt to add to your collection.
Add to my collection, sure.
Yeah, excellent. When I saw you, I'm like, he's going to know this because I figured most people would not know. I wouldn't have known that. And you know,
we watched.
I've never heard of it.
We actually watched it for the first time in the Harold household the other night. I was like, I'm going to put this on, and we just watched it.
I've seen it years. I mean, I've seen it a few times, but I saw it, years ago.
Yeah, it was one of those movies that I felt that I'm going to add Dar back to the stream. It's one of those movies I felt, and I don't know how Cassandra and Dar felt about the Lemon Drop Kid. Mark got the question correct.
Awesome.
But Mark always gets the question correct.
He is really good at trivia.
He's really good at trivia. So the thing was, I thought, it's not too soon. The movie's 70 years old, so I guess I can give a spoiler. But at the end, you would have thought that the Bob Hope character, first of all, he's 48 years old. I looked it up when this movie was made.
Oh, gosh.
And they kept calling him Kid.
It's a nickname.
I said, come on, Kid. What's up, Kid? And then the other thing was, that's swell, Kid. And the other thing was, you would think at the end of the movie, the idea would be he would see the error of his ways. He was a con artist, but he fell in love with Brainy, and he helped these older ladies and all this, and that he would become a better person. And he was like having the safe cracker guy that just got out of prison steal silverware. It's like,
yeah.
didn't care.
He's still a terrible person at the end.
Still a terrible person.
Yeah,
I guess
so.
That was a realist movie. Realistic. Yep. Well, Mark, happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays to you guys. Thank you so much.
Now, based on my past track record, you'll probably get that T-shirt about 4th of July. But you will get it. No rush,
no problem.
You will get Mark. Happy holidays to you. Thank you for playing trivia.
Okay, take care.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Excellent.
So
excellent.
Rambo wanted to say hi because Teddy gets all of the.
Here, let's get a close up on Rambo. Hey,
Teddy gets
there
all
he
of the attention. Can you say hello?
He's got his bandana on.
Yeah, that'll last for 5 seconds. Can you say hi? Look, Rambo, look up. There you go. Okay, yes, thank you. Thank you. Big kisses. Say happy holidays, everybody. Can you say hello? Not now. Okay.
Yeah, they're both going to get a haircut tomorrow.
Oh, this one needs it, Mr. Scraggly. Okay, thank you. Oh my goodness. You're smelling the Jingle Juice, maybe. All right. Okay.
So we had Ryan Sprague out there. I don't know if he's still out there. He said he was interested in coming on the show and saying hey. So Ryan, if you are there, please hop on. We'd love to talk to you a minute. Maybe do some trivia. Maybe do some trivia with Ryan Sprague. Non-UFO trivia. So yeah, that's very cool. And I am enjoying this Jingle Juice. This is great. Talk amongst yourselves while I have a sip.
Or two.
You are so right. It's so sweet. You can't even tell.
You can't tell it.
It really is, guys. That's the scary part to this drink.
That sounds so dangerous.
It's very dangerous. I'm telling you, because you're drinking it and you're thinking it's cranberry juice. And then the Prosecco's a little bit sweet. So it has a little, and then usually when we put the sugar on the edges, that really,
Yeah, honestly, I'll tell you, you don't even know that you're drinking anything. It's just like, oh, this is like some crayon apple juice.
There you go. Evil sangria. Okay.
There we
go. I like what We Have Fun said. Jingle Juice drinking contest. Take a sip every time Jim says head scratcher.
We'd be under the desk.
No, you'd be under the table.
Your livers can't take that.
Nope.
No, for sure. So
that is just so good.
Yeah, it is.
So that's just a real Harold tradition. The cookies are a tradition. We have lots of tradition.
Thank you.
Oh yes.
Chris Lee said, Cassandra, the hair and makeup look great. Thank you so much, Chris Lee. And Chris Lee and Drew, they both won a trivia for Halloween, right? Yeah. I remember because I just sent him out the other day. I got way behind. I have been
Jim has been really working hard, everybody.
Yeah, I edited like 20 podcasts within 10 days. It was just insane.
Yeah, we have not seen him for quite some time.
Yeah. So we have fun. Said I'd wake up the next morning only to find my liver trying to leave out the front door with a window over.
Very true.
Yeah,
it's a great image.
Exactly.
Too.
Yeah.
So I put this out here before. If people want to join us for trivia, they can just go to jimharold.com/join live. That's jimharold.com/join live. And Mark did it, so it must be working. So I'd love to see some more people there. Alan is in the studio, but I don't know. He has not shown his video. I'm going to bring him in. We'll give him a try. He just left. Well, so much for Alan. So if anybody wants to come in and ask for trivia, we will. And Natalie, I missed you there.
Yes, hello.
I missed you. Oh, here comes Sandy. Here comes Sandy.
Bummed. She can't have the real thing.
Natalie, I missed you there.
Yay, it's
Sandy. How are you?
Oh crap,
Sandy.
What?
I think we're getting a little feedback.
You are.
Sandy.
Let me put ears in and I'll come back.
All right. We'll get back to Sandy. She has to put her ears
she's
in.
always got the greatest little accoutrement. Let's see how many glasses Jim has.
Don't worry, it's not going to be a problem because I only have one cup here, and they're not going to be feeding me more. They know better, so I better enjoy this.
I thought that was Natalie's job for tonight. She's
but I want to. I do want to pay
I'm just going to keep making trips.
Yeah. Well, later on, Natalie is going to show us the selection of ornaments we got for our contest. And boy, our listeners are so talented.
They're amazing.
And this year, there were some really wild ones.
Yes.
So
some really spooky ones.
I'm looking forward to that. That should be a lot of fun. And we have a special guest coming up here, I think shortly, who's supposed to be coming. And if not, we've got plenty of fun aboard. And again, if you would like to join us on video live for trivia, you can go to jimharold.com/join live. The instructions are there and a simple link that you click. Very easy. And here comes a VIP, Ryan Sprague. Hey, Ryan, how are you tonight? Can you hear us? Can you see us?
Yes. Merry Christmas, guys. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Yes.
Now, I just saw a picture. Are you in London?
I was in London about a month ago. I actually was down there meeting a bunch of my fellow British colleagues in the UFO field. And I had the honor and pleasure of meeting Mr. Luis Elizondo, the former head of the Pentagon UFO program. Wow. I had to go all the way to another country to meet a guy from Montana. But happy holidays. I wore this sweater just for you guys.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, I love it. That is awesome. That is awesome. So would you like to play some trivia?
Absolutely.
Ryan?
I'd be honored.
Okay.
Sure.
I'll tell you what, now I'm really putting you on the spot here, but I'm going to put the pressure to you. Do you have a favorite charity?
Oh my gosh, that's such a good question. Yes, actually. I every year with the Somewhere in the Skies podcast, I donate to the Women's Refugee Commission, which is an organization here in New York City that helps, misplaced youth and women who have come to the country and, are finding it hard to get a start. So I donate to the Women's Refugee Commission every year. I would love to do that.
Well, I'll tell you what. We'll do a question here, and if you get the question right, we'll donate a donation to that organization on your behalf.
Oh, so that's awesome.
What American cable TV network runs a 48-hour marathon of A Christmas Story through Christmas Eve and Day?
Oh boy. Okay.
The pressure's on.
The pressure's on in this streaming world. I barely remember any networks anymore. But Jim, I'm gonna have to go with. Is it TBS?
Close.
No. TNT. Oh.
But guess what? Guess what? You get me the information, and I will make a donation regardless to that organization.
Oh, that's very nice of you. That's very nice of you. TNT, I was off by a couple. Hey, my friend Nelson wanted to say hi as well. This is Nelson, my fellow co-pilot here at Somewhere in the Skies.
He looks like he's a friend of Whitley Strieber a little bit there.
He is. So I had that made, Jim, by a special effects artist in Los Angeles who
that's cool.
Had it commissioned directly from Whitley Strieber. So his name is Steve Neal. If any of your viewers or listeners are interested in getting something freaky like this to have in their house and run into that thing at 2 a.m. when you're getting up to use the restroom. Steve Neal is your guy. Yeah.
Excellent.
Hey, now, Jim, time out. I have to say something. I kind of did a little sleuthing, and Ryan is actually right. Not only does TNT run it, TBS runs it too.
Oh, Nat, you were wrong.
Natalie.
She wasn't wrong. She wasn't wrong. But
well, that just means you have to donate to 2 organizations now. So
I'm still going to make the same donation, but but Natalie, I should have double checked.
I didn't know.
Thank you, Dar.
I should have.
What a movie! Oh gosh,
you know what? We love it. Well, we'll hold that for later, but it holds a soft spot in our heart here at the Harold household. In fact, in our basement, we have, and that's something else Natalie could show us. We have a shrine to A Christmas Story.
Jim has set up a shrine for A Christmas Story in the basement.
Yes.
Oh my God, I love that. When I was a kid, Jim, I did the old tongue on the pole thing to see if it actually worked. It works. I can tell you that much. And I have Christmas Story to thank for that. And I didn't wait for the hot water. I'm not going to go into details, but
tongue?
Yeah, I couldn't eat anything for about a week after that. So I lost about 10 pounds. But don't do that to any of your viewers out there.
Actually, in the movie, they didn't even do it. They had a vacuum like in the pole.
He had a hole in the
pole. To simulate it.
There
they
was a
should
hole.
Have just called me. Yeah.
Now let me ask you this: when they did the bandage, was it like in the movie? Was it like with like you're walking around with
I didn't get a bandage. My parents were so mad at me. They said, "You deal with it. This is your problem, man." So,
tough love.
Yeah, tough love from the Sprague family. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no question.
Merry Christmas to them if they're watching.
We've got a couple more people here who want to play trivia. So can you hang out for a minute, Ryan, while we bring them on?
Absolutely. Yeah, please.
Okay,
go ahead.
let's go with this. Okay, Stephanie, are you there? Can you hear us? Stephanie's been waiting for a while. Stephanie, can you hear us?
Uh-oh.
Testing. Hello, how are you? Can you hear us? Okay, we're going to go on into Jeanette, and we'll go back to Stephanie. We'll try again. And then we have Kat and Jethro from Box of Oddities waiting on deck. But first, we're going to give Jeanette a shot here to do some trivia. Hi, Jeanette. How are you?
Hi. I'm getting a lot of feedback. So
yeah, we are getting some feedback from you. Can you turn maybe your speakers down a little bit?
Hi, Jeanette. How are you?
I'll come out and try later.
Okay.
Yeah, we are getting
all right. Well, we tried. What can we do? We lost somebody here. Who did we lose? Cassandra.
No, I'm not lost. I'll be right back.
Is she getting more jingle juice?
Getting more jingle juice.
I betcha.
Well,
naughty.
We'll do.
Yeah, I hear her laughing in the hall. See?
All right. There are more special guests. Kat and Jethro, how are you?
Why didn't you get your dad some?
Yeah, give me some more.
Great.
Give me some more of this.
Yes.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, Kat and Jethro from the Great Box of Oddities podcast. They are fantastic. And I love your matching suits there. That's brilliant.
Yes.
Yeah, this is kind of a tradition for us. When it gets close to Christmas, within the week of Christmas, we'll put on White Christmas and then dress in our matching jammies and drink cocoa.
Ooh.
Oh, cute.
That reminds me of
Awesome.
that line in Christmas Vacation. We're going to be the happiest bunch of since Dan Kay danced with Bing Crosby. So we've got the cups here. We've got the cups here.
That's right.
So cute.
You missed it earlier. Dar made Jingle Juice.
Ooh, what does that entail exactly?
Well, give a little recap, Dar.
Well, cran apple juice, prosecco, red moscato, vodka, and cranberries with lime.
Ooh.
It is very addictive.
We got to get that recipe.
That sounds nice.
Oh, it's the thing is, it's sweet, so you don't realize how much you're really drinking. So
that's what we call dangerous.
Very.
No, it's great to have everybody here. Ryan Sprague has joined us as well. And Kat and Jethro, would you like to play a little trivia? Do you guys have, I hate to put you on the spot live here, but do you have a favorite charity?
Yes. We do. Well, we have many favorite charities, but one that comes to mind right away is called Wish of a Lifetime. And it supports granting the lifelong wishes of the elderly while they still have time.
What a brilliant idea.
Really nice.
Yeah.
I love that.
Me too.
That is awesome.
Great.
And Ryan had a charity too, and we're going to do a little charity trivia. So if you get this right, we will donate to trivia. We'll donate to more Jingle Juice. We'll donate to your organization.
I think that's enough for you, Jim. There we go.
Just one. I've only had one.
Not even a full one.
Jeez. Okay, here's the question. How many sizes does the Grinch's heart grow in How the Grinch Stole Christmas?
How do we ring in?
It's just you.
Okay.
Okay.
You've got it's Final Jeopardy here.
Okay.
Just
we're gonna say three. Final answer.
And you would be correct. Very good. Hey, I should have some sound effects or something here to play. Well, we'll make a donation. We'll do a little bit more celebrity charity trivia here. Ryan, would you want another question for even more of a donation?
Oh, geez. Yes, let's
Okay.
do it. I'm nervous. Okay.
Okay. In ELF, there are 4 main ELF food groups. Name at least 3.
Oh my gosh. I love this movie so much.
It's Santa Claus. I know him.
I know him. Congratulations. Best coffee. Is sugar one of them?
Keep going.
Food groups. Okay. Oh gosh. Cocoa?
It's not going too well, Ryan.
Not going too hot? Man, you can really tell this is one of my favorite movies, huh? Wow. I'm going to have to defer to someone else on this one.
Can we steal?
Yeah,
Please
absolutely.
steal. Please steal.
Please do.
Okay, so candy.
Yep.
Candy canes.
Yes.
Syrup.
Yeah. Can you name the 4th one?
Cookies.
She got 3.
You can't just yell out cookies, sweetheart. You don't know it's cookies. It's not cookies. No, I don't know the 4th one.
Well, here you go. Candy canes, candy corn.
Candy corn.
It's very confusing because that's obviously a Halloween dish.
Regardless, we're going to donate to both of the organizations. and then I want to give Kat and Jethro one more question. And then Kat and Jethro, did you bring maybe a holiday story for us? Something?
Yeah, I got
something
one
that
for
fits. You. Excellent. Well, here goes. Here's this. Name at least 3 of the characters Tom Hanks plays in the Polar Express, Kat and Jethro.
Ooh.
So he plays the conductor.
That's the one I remember.
He is stranded on an island.
That's a different movie.
Dang it.
He has a soccer ball for a best friend.
It was really festive when he knocked his tooth out with an ice skate.
And then the guy said, "I am the captain now."
Yeah. No, the conductor is the only one I know.
Yeah.
Ryan, do you want to take a shot?
the conductor, didn't he play the was it like a homeless guy on top of the train? Yeah. And then, oh gosh.
Holiday Hobo?
The Holiday Hobo, yes.
Right.
And did he play Santa Claus as well?
He played a bunch of things here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Hero boy, conductor, father,
man on top of the
train, Santa Claus, and the Scrooge puppet.
All right.
Which I didn't even realize. So
that movie was a little much for me, Jim.
Cassandra said, she came to the door and said, "Aren't you going to add me back in?" It's like, I'm looking at 72 screens here, man.
I think it's the Jingle Juice.
Well, it could be. It very well could be. You got me pegged. And guess what? I have a refill now, so we're in real trouble now.
So, brother, here we go.
So we'll be making donations to both charities. So Kat and Jethro and Ryan, send me the information. We'll make donations to both. Glad to do it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
And a special person to us before we get to Kat and Jethro's stories. Spooky Santa. Santa Sandy. How are you?
I'm fine.
I love those.
How are you?
Oh, that's good. Good to see. What do you got? You've got some kind of spinners on tonight. What are those?
Well, they're like
Christmas trees.
Oh, Christmas trees.
So cute.
Those are adorable.
Well, instead of well, never mind.
Well, Sandy is a #1 fan, and she's been supporting us really since the shows began. She's also a graphic artist, and she made this up, and I thought this was the cutest thing.
That's hilarious.
That is precious.
So but I did have, I have to say, well, I won't get into that, but it's fine. Elf on a Shelf came up on a recent show, but I'll not get into it. But it was so funny she did this, and I thought that was so neat. So Sandy, thank you for all of your support over the years. Before we get to Kat and Jethro and their stories, would you like to try a bit of trivia?
I know I'm going to fail at this, but okay.
Okay. In which Midwestern U.S. city was much of A Christmas Story filmed?
Not
Pittsburgh.
No, they don't film too much there. Hopscotch, Indiana. I have no idea.
Ooh.
Cleveland, Ohio, Jim's hometown.
That was a good movie.
You actually can, and we have visited the Christmas Story house. So if you want,
there's a museum that you can go to. You could actually sit under the same cabinet. You can, I mean, it's everything. And I think, right, Jim, every year they auction off the ability to stay overnight.
Yeah, and it's thousands of dollars. It's thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah. You guys need to take a family picture there sometime.
Yeah, that's true. That's
true.
We
so adorable.
Should do that, absolutely.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, I failed, but I do appreciate the Jingle Juice recipe.
I think it takes place in Indiana, doesn't it?
It does.
Yes,
actually.
it does, because it was Gene
Sandy was
Shepherd.
kind of right in a way.
Yeah, no, you were right, because Gene Shepherd was from Indiana, and he wrote it based on his childhood. A lot of that, because he also, Jethro will know this for sure, he was a big radio person.
Yeah.
Gene Shepherd in New York, WOR, and all of that, and so forth. Really legendary. If you're really into that movie, check out some of his monologues and things he did on old time radio in the 50s and 60s. It's absolutely fascinating. Sandy, we'll have you back in the show later if you stick around. And
I'll probably exit out of this because I can't listen and watch and at the same time with.
That's okay. That's
so
okay.
I'll see you guys later. If I don't, happy holidays, man.
Thank you so much, Sandy. Appreciated everything she does. So Kat and Jethro, I asked you to come with a holiday story for us. Now, if you don't know Kat and Jethro, probably 98% of you do, but if you don't, they host a fantastic podcast, Box of Oddities. They're fantastic people, very nice people, radio background, just great people. And you hear those pipes from both of them. They're like, radio people, broadcasters. But tell us, regale us with a holiday story, kind of a la Box of Oddities, what you guys do.
Okay, I was thinking about this, and I don't really have a story that's spooky per se, but interesting and unusual, and maybe a little mystical, if you will. A number of years ago, again, in radio, and we were doing a fundraiser for Toys for Tots, I think, or something like that. And it was a Christmas fundraiser. And we needed about $1,000 more than we had to reach our goal, and time was running out. And just as we were about to end, a whole bunch of other requests came in last minute for toys for needy children. And so we were kind of concerned that there was going to be, enough money to help the original number, let alone all the extra ones that came in. And, and as we were about to close down, this short, jolly man with a with a beard, dressed like Santa, real beard, not a a fake beard, or he looked like the real thing, like this was something he took great pride in. And he came in and he put $2,000 down on the counter, and we said, "Wow, thank you. Could we get your information so we could thank you on the radio?" And he didn't say anything. He just smiled and he turned around and he left. And I followed him out into the parking lot and I watched him.
Creeper.
Well, I wanted to thank him again, and I was pretty generous. So I follow him out and I see him get into an old, small, compact car. I don't know, maybe it was like a Ford Tempo or something like that.
Right.
And as he's driving off, I see the license plate, and the license plate, it's one of those vanity plates, and it said Santa on it.
Oh, that's awesome. And ere he exclaimed as he drove out of sight.
Yeah, in his Ford Tempo with the muffler dragging along the.
But you know what? It's the spirit of Santa. Even if he wasn't the Santa, it's the spirit of Santa, the spirit of giving. And that's something that we can all do to some extent. Some people could give $1. Some people can give $2,000. Elon Musk could give $20 million, but
300 billion.
Yeah. Whatever you can do, everything helps. And gosh, that was very touching. In that day, he was totally living up to that name.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he was. And I'm trying to think of the backstory here. This guy obviously looks forward to this time of year. He has the beard, he has the look, and a really nice Santa suit, but he also has a car with a personalized plate on it. Oh,
Howard.
Santa just arrived. Wait, Santa just arrived.
Howard, don't bark at Santa.
And he brought a stocking for us. Would you like us to open it?
Sure.
Okay. We'll share what we got from Santa. Good boy, Howard. Howard was alerting us to Santa being there. What did Santa bring the box of oddities this year? Ooh.
Oh, it's a shrunken head.
Ooh, excellent. Excellent. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Thanks, Santa.
Oh, an individually wrapped sweet potato.
Oh, delicious. Dar loves sweet potatoes.
Let me see, what else do we have in here? Oh, magazine.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, a recent issue of Serial Killer magazine.
Oh man. Now, Dar, that is my kind of stocking stuffer.
Especially good this year.
I guess so.
So like a refrigerator magnet.
Hey, science.
Looks like a Richard Simmons action figure.
Is that it?
I don't know if is that it? Is that all we got in there? Yeah, I guess
looks like that's it.
Oh, that's great.
Thanks,
I love the
that jolly old
yam.
Elf
The yam
comes
was
through.
good. The little wooden plaque. That's funny.
Jim would love the magazine, right?
Everyone loves
the magazine. That's awesome. More big detail.
That gives me ideas. No.
I bet you, Ryan Sprague, what did you get in your stocking? I bet you're going to get some UFO magazines, maybe some John Keel books. He's frozen.
Sorry, Jim. My internet's going out. I missed everything you just said, man. I'm so sorry.
I said, what are you getting in your stocking? Are you getting maybe some John
I'll come back.
book? Okay. Ryan is going to come
there
back.
I am.
Oh, there he is.
I'm back.
The vagaries
Was that
of the
some
internet.
lost time?
The aliens are jamming us. I'm telling you.
Every time.
Every time.
Ryan
It
wasn't
always
talking.
happens. It always happens.
It was about 8 seconds, right?
They're giving
Please
you
no,
spotty
Jethro,
Wi-Fi.
please no.
Now, all joking aside, we did a couple weeks ago, and I still want to put some clips up on YouTube, but we did I thought was great, was a UFO roundtable with Ryan, Micah Hanks, Christina Gomez, Peter Robbins, and they gave their impressions of everything that's happened over the last year in UFO land. And it's been a lot, with the government report and this group with the Pentagon. So check that out. And I also want to make sure everybody checks out the Box of Oddities too. Now tell us, Kat and Jethro, about your friend there. Tell us all about him.
Oh, this is our new addition to our house. His name is Howard Moon. And we just had to have his DNA tested because we couldn't figure out what kind of dog he was.
What is he?
We had a lot of guesses.
100% baby.
Yeah, we were told maybe a Jack Russell Terrier or maybe some Corgi or something.
Oh yeah.
But he's actually, and I don't even remember, what is it now?
He is a Dachshund, Chihuahua, Pit Bull, Chow Chow, German Shepherd Poodle.
Yeah.
You know what that reminds me of? You remember that old Looney Tunes cartoon where the dog is they ask the dog what breed he is, and he's like, I'm 30% Labrador Retriever, 50% Spitz, 50%. He keeps saying 50% everything. He's like, you're not a Labrador Retriever, and the narrator goes, no. He says to the narrator says, you're not a Labrador Retriever, and the dog says, give me a Labrador and I'll go retrieve it.
Dogs don't know math.
That's right. That's right. I love those old Looney Tunes. So, and Ryan, when I was saying about the UFO thing, you guys were great on that UFO roundtable, and I really, really appreciate everything you did. And everybody needs to check out Somewhere in the Skies, Ryan's great podcast, and Box of Oddities, of course. And Ryan, I know it's all top secret. You can't say anything, but there's a lot of exciting stuff coming for 22, correct?
What was that, Jim? The last part?
I said there's a lot of exciting stuff coming for 2022.
Yes. So for any of your viewers who aren't aware, the Pentagon admitted UFOs are real. We're living in a new age right now of official acknowledgement of UFOs. So for me as a UFO researcher, this is my Christmas come early, to be completely honest. And we have a lot of exciting stuff that's going to be happening this year within the Pentagon, outside of the government as well. We have amazing scientific organizations investigating UFOs, looking for technosignatures on other planets, and tons of really exciting stuff. So I'm looking forward to whatever happens with UFOs in 2022 for sure. It's going to be a banner year. I truly believe that.
I want to bring in Jeanette now. She's been waiting quite a while to play some trivia. Jeanette, can you hear us now?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Hey,
yeah,
everything's
very
working.
good.
No echo and anything like that. That's fantastic. So I have a trivia question for you.
All right.
And this one I did not know the answer to. So this one, I'm like, I never heard of this. What cartoon character is a Christmas Eve staple in Sweden and watched by millions of Swedes each year?
Oh my gosh.
Jeanette's like, I waited for this.
Sorry, this question.
Name a well-known American cartoon character. Maybe.
Okay. Let's think. Bullwinkle.
Well, no. Donald Duck. I'm sorry.
I was
that's
like
a good guess,
Frozen.
though.
I don't know.
I apologize. I never knew that. Natalie, where did you find that? I've never heard that before.
Yes, online. The tradition started, I forget how long ago, but it's been going for a while now. And it's a very popular tradition to watch a Donald Duck.
Just like shorts
cartoon.
or
Yeah, it started with a specific, I forget the name of it, but a specific a Mickey Mouse special with Donald in it, and then from there it sprang into.
They're like, we don't need Mickey. We've got
tradition.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
kind
we
of
have
like American things in other cultures. We were just talking the other night. KFC is really big in Japan for Christmas Eve, right? They have to order it weeks in advance, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you were saying, Dar. So tell us all about it.
No, I don't know.
I think that was it.
that was it. They order in advance. Those that don't are out of luck. They can wait in line. I think there's huge lines, right, Natalie? You took Japanese.
No, that's a very
just
popular
pass the
tradition.
buck to every Harold person.
Yes. Yeah, everybody,
Sandra?
everybody
Yeah.
get
Sandra,
the
how
whole
would you talk
gang
about
here. Absolutely. So,
Jim, I have to tell you, never did this for me, so I'm going to do it here because Kat and Jethro did an awesome podcast about Cleveland's Balloon Fest.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I was there.
No.
I have the T-shirt to prove it.
Oh
It's
my
sideways.
goodness.
So I was there as a high schooler. WMMS kind of sponsored it. I can't do it right.
Yeah, the buzzer. That was a big radio
tie
station.
up the balloons?
I helped fill and tie all the balloons. We were in the cage.
Wow.
Fingers were blistered. My friend's fingers were bleeding because it was
incredible.
It was insane. So I had the T-shirt, and I'm like, Jim, you have to show them the T-shirt. I was there. I was there.
So
the biggest catastrophe in Cleveland. No.
Yeah, well maybe Kat and Jethro, I hate to throw this to you because it's been months, I know, but maybe you could just retell a little bit of that for people that weren't aware of it, because in Cleveland, we thought it was going to be the greatest thing ever. We're like, this is a fantastic thing for charity. And then it didn't work out so well.
You sure did.
I think you covered that one, didn't you?
Yeah. So I guess the idea was to release the largest number of balloons in history and the goal was for it to be a charitable event. I do not remember how balloons related to charitable donations, but either way, the weather turned out to be not great, and that kept the balloons, instead of floating up into the sky like they were expected to, they ended up floating throughout the city in large masses, creating chaos and destroying things. It was wonderful.
Yeah. And
Guinness
in
has
fact,
since removed the record.
Here's where it
from
took
the
a
book.
really, here's a thing where it took a really dark turn. Was it, and Kat might remember this, was it 2 boaters who were missing, 1 or 2 boaters that were missing?
Yeah.
And
so there were 2 boaters who had been lost at sea, I guess, and the Coast Guard wasn't able to recover them, and they believe that the huge number of balloons in the ocean at the time probably led to the boaters not being able to be found because there was just too much chaos going on.
That was really kind of the sad part of it.
Yeah.
Well,
thanks for bringing that up, Jim.
I'm always Mr. Cheery.
Jingle Juice for everyone. No, I'm just.
No,
I just wanted him to show you. I had the shirt because I was there, and it was just like unbelievable. And you're right, Jim. It was for United Way, and I think something about. I think you can donate money to get a balloon with your tag on it.
Yeah.
So some of them had tags, and because I remember having to put tags on some of the balloons that went up, and it had the name of the person or that kind of thing. So
it was outrageous, and some of the news footage that I saw was just incredible because people are like so excited and so into this event, and then all of a sudden it just shifts, and people are like,
no. Yeah, it was quite the day.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I tell you, it just it's kind of like Cleveland's luck, Cleveland just seems to have bad luck in general, but Interesting. Interesting indeed. By the way, we must have a listener who is steeped in Sweden because Donald Duck in Swedish is Kalle Anka. I don't know if I'm probably horribly mispronouncing it, and that Facebook person had answered Kalle Anka.
Does that mean that Paul Anka's name really means Paul Duck?
Well, at least he did it his way, right? Oh, there you go. The deep cuts. The deep cuts. You know what I thought we could do now, and I'd love for a civilian to come in and join jimharold.com/join live if you want to possibly win a prize. Like
the rest of us don't qualify as civilians.
Yeah,
you're not civilians. But Kat and Jethro might like to play along with this. Cassandra has devised a game, and it is called, and I'll pull up if I can find the graphic here. It's like, can you spot the fake Hallmark movie?
We have been playing this for years. Cassandra has done this for years.
It is so much fun.
I love this.
Hallmark movies, we love them, we hate them, we love to hate them. They are incredibly cliched, so much so that you could say that, I don't know, maybe you could write the plot of a fake one and not be able to distinguish which one's real and which one's fake. So that's exactly what I've done here. I have 3 different Hallmark movies here for you, except one of them actually does not exist, and I just made it up.
All right. So Cassandra is going to read you the 3, and Kat and Jethro, you pick out the fake one, if you would.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Excellent.
All so right. Ready.
So the first one we have tonight is called The Dickens of a Holiday. Christmas Eve marks the 100th anniversary of Dickens Days in Dickens, Ohio, a Victorian festival that ends with the community theater's production of A Christmas Carol. However, when the lead actor is forced to drop out, director Cassie reaches out to Dickens's native and former classmate, Jake, an action movie star who wants more serious roles in Hollywood. Work between Cassie and Jake is problematic at first, but the more they rehearse and take part in the holiday activities of Dickens Days, the more Cassie and Jake warm up to each other. It's up to the director, Cassie, to show Jake the actor he's capable of a serious leading man role. In turn, Jake helps Cassie realize she's still the most likely to succeed, just in roles she never expected: a teacher, a coach, and a leader. And that's called A Dickens of a Holiday. So that's choice number 1 here.
Okay.
Your second choice for this evening is called A Furry Little Christmas. A year after her father's death, veterinary assistant turned entrepreneur Valerie is finally ready to open her new dog treat company, Bon Appetit, just in time for the Christmas season. Unfortunately, just as things start to go Valerie's way, her estranged ex, Derek, opens up his own rival shop down the street. Now, Valerie must prepare her stall at the annual Christmas market while contending with Derek, the man her overbearing mother, Kim, thinks she never should have left. With just days before the start of the market, Valerie begins to remember why it took her so long to start her own business, and why she first fell for Derek. Valerie isn't sure she'll be able to do her father proud, save her stall, and stay away from Derek. However, as the day of the event approaches, Valerie begins to question if Derek needs to be avoided, or if he could be the key to her Hollywood holiday happiness, not Hollywood. And that's A Furry Little Christmas. And then the last one
thing, Cassandra, we do have a listener, so I'm going to bring her in so she can play too. So just one pause here. Shazzy, are you there?
Hi, can you hear me?
We can. Do you want to play the Hallmark? Yes, I can. Do you want to play the Hallmark challenge?
I will give it a try. Sure.
Did you hear the first 2?
I'm sorry, I didn't. It took me a while to get in.
Okay. Well, we can't. I'll tell you what. I'll give you a trivia question after this because I don't think we can read the first 2. Cassandra will continue with this, and we'll come back to you in a little bit. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, Cassandra.
No problem.
Proceed with number 3.
All right. Number 3, our final option for tonight. Christmas at Castle Hart. Newly single and unemployed after losing a waitressing job just before Christmas, responsible Brooke Bennett is convinced by her impetuous sister Margot to go on a holiday adventure. They decide to fulfill their father's lifelong wish and travel to Ireland in search of their Irish roots. When they arrive, Brooke meets Aidan Hart in the local pub and discovers that he is, in fact, the Earl of Glasslock. Having recently returned after years abroad for his job as an architect, Aidan does not receive a warm welcome home from his sister, Siobhan, who's been managing the financially troubled Castle Hart in his absence. Less than 2 weeks before the castle is set to host the social event of the season, the person planning the event drops out, and Siobhan is desperate to hire someone to take over. Believing Brooke and Margot to be high-profile New York City event planners, Aidan makes introductions, and they're hired to take over the prestigious evening. As Brooke works closely with Aidan on the event, she begins to fall for him, but knows that once he learns the truth, she might lose him forever. And that's Christmas at Castle Hart. So those are your 3 choices.
All of these sound so amazing.
Yeah, we watch every one of them. We're really big into Hallmark movies at Christmas time, as well as those ABC family movies. Snow Globe is a classic around
So
here.
good.
Gee, that's a tough one.
Yeah, so 2 of these are real, but 1 is false.
Okay, okay. So, geez, I wish this were a trick and all of them were real so we could watch them all. I'm going to...
That's what I was leaning
Okay,
towards.
we're thinking number 1.
Number 1.
I'm so sorry. That one is actually real. It's new this year. You can watch it.
Awesome.
It's a trick question
Write
for
that
people who
down.
know me because, my name's Cassandra, and while I don't go by Cassie, it's a shortening of my name, and I'm a bit obsessed with Charles Dickens. So
She is. So when we
Little bit of
played,
a trick.
we were like,
I see some people guessing 2 in the chat, some people guessing 3. I'm sorry or do we want to give it away, or does somebody else want to guess between the other 2?
Well, let Ken and Jethro take another shot.
You guys want to?
Oh, well, now I feel like if I have to guess again, then I'll just look dumb.
Well, then we can do
give
the
it
big
away.
reveal. Tell everybody.
Yes, the one that I made up and is fake is a Furry Little Christmas, number 2. The one with the dog treat. Yeah,
All
it's
right.
We have fun. Got it.
wanted to see how far I could go with it. Yeah,
You know,
Excellent.
to me, that sounded like a plot from a Gilmore Girls Christmas show.
I sometimes see how far I can push the envelope to see where I still
Bon
fall
appetit.
within the
Well done.
Yeah.
Hallmark boundaries.
Yeah. Strong writing. Hallmark,
So-
I think, should hire you.
So
Hey, I'm
should.
open.
So the next thing we're going to do, and Kat and Jethro, you can stick around if you want to. If you've got some Hallmark movie watching to get to, you can go. You're welcome to stay, though. Next up, I'm going to take a trivia question from Shazzy, and then Natalie is going to show us. Kat and Jethro, every year we do a holiday ornament contest at the Spooky Studio here, and people send in their spooky ornaments. I totally ripped it off from a radio station I used to work from.
That's what radio's about.
So Natalie's going to show us some of our entries, but I'm going to bring Shazzy in and have her do some trivia. Shazzy, can you hear us now?
Hi, gang.
Hello. So I've got to remember where I left off on the trivia now. And the more Jingle Juice I drink, the harder that gets.
We're going to be on number 8, Jim.
So I've only had 2, not 8.
No, well, there you go.
All right. Now this is the one I
Okay,
love.
then we're not doing that one.
All right. That's number 8.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, yeah, it is, huh?
Yeah. Who's had the most
Who's
Jingle
had the
Juice
Jingle
now?
Juice now, huh?
All right. What is the first, Shazzy? Here's your question, and you will get a beautiful campfire T-shirt if you end up winning. What is the first documented appearance of Mrs. Claus in a motion picture?
Oh my gosh. I feel like that's something I should know. I honestly have no idea, but I'm just going to throw a dart and say Rudolph.
Rudolph. Yeah, Kat and Jethro, I heard you whispering there in hushed tones. What do you say?
Well, I had asked if he thought it was Rudolph.
Yeah, and I said I don't think that technically qualifies as a movie.
It's a motion picture, yeah. What about this one? This is a classic. Watch it every year. Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
We do not. We do not watch that every year. Sorry.
Right. That sounds like
Jazzy,
an adult
I'm
film.
sorry.
Actually,
Oh, that's okay.
no,
But,
actually.
Well, thank you guys.
Well, thank you. Where are you calling in from tonight?
From Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. There you go. There you go. Well, thank you so much. I know you're a supporter of the shows we always see on social media, so thank you so much. And sorry you didn't win, but we'll be doing a lot more of this kind of stuff in 2022, so we hope you'll come back and play again.
Thank you. I will. You guys take care. Thank you. Happy holidays.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
Wait, Nat, did you have another piece of Martian?
Natalie was saying something.
Yeah, actually, Rudolph would have been the first ever documented appearance of Mrs. Claus in a motion picture if Santa Claus Conquers the Martians hadn't come out a few weeks before. So, very close. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, Natalie's going to leave us for just a moment because she has to traverse a great expanse. In other words, walk across the room and show us some of the ornaments. So she'll be right back to regale us with some of the spooky studio ornaments in just a second here. And while we're doing it, how's everybody doing while I drain my jingle juice here?
Uh-oh, he's gonna need another one.
Well, I don't think so. I think I'll wait until after the broadcast. So, Kat and Jethro, what's been maybe your favorite part of the year, or favorite story of the year, or favorite anecdote from the year connected with the podcast? What would you point to?
This year's been a weird one.
It has, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you moved, right?
Well, I'm sorry. Yes, not unlike you guys. We moved and we left Bangor, Maine, and we're currently in Orlando. And so far we really love it, especially this time of year when I'm hearing that they're getting 6 inches of snow back in Maine tonight. So that's good.
Yeah. I mean, it is and we only moved kind of across town, but it is a paradigm shift when you've been someplace for a while, and it took me a while to adjust. I felt like I was living in somebody else's house.
How long were you at your former residence?
24 years.
24. Wow. Yeah. We were 10.
We were married, about a year and a half before we moved in that house?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. About a year and a half. And so it's been like the kids grew up there and everything, but it's been great. We love it, but it's different. And speaking of children, I'm going to bring Natalie in now. Natalie, if you can hear us, you are on the broadcast now. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Now, this is not our main tree. This is the spooky studio tree.
Ooh.
And people send us some things. So we're going to see some of the various... now that's a nice one. That was one that was submitted to our contest. I love that one. That's some real craftsmanship. Let's
Gorgeous.
see. This is the Black-Eyed Kids phenomenon. If you're familiar with that, and that's hand painted, by the way. You may not be able to tell on the camera, but
that is beautiful.
Great talent. Okay, and this is kind of like part of our campfire logo, and that glows in the dark. Actually,
so
very
cool.
Nice. Yeah. And then I always talk about head scratchers on the show. So somebody apparently loves head scratchers. I like that. That's a good one. And there's a ghost to buy their campfire. So
cute. Everyone's so talented.
And that's a little kind of like a little forest.
And Bigfoot's hiding in the middle there. I don't know.
Oh, there you go.
So cute.
Yep. Let's see what else.
Ooh.
And that's like an evil tree, I guess.
Yeah, he's killed the Charlie Brown tree and stolen the ornament.
Happy holidays 2021.
Nice.
Very cute.
And then I like this one. Isn't this cool? Isn't that fun?
Really.
A Ouija board, but with a different kind of message. There's another kind of, that's a good one. A campfire logo. It's going to be very hard to judge this year. On this one, this is cool. Actually lights up. It's Lucifer and the Lamp. We had a story where some kids were playing with a Ouija board and they had a lava lamp and the gloop in the middle turned into a face of the devil. So that's recounting that story. So I thought that was really cool. And there may be something
glow in the
I'm
dark
missing.
glass bulb. It was actually hand blown.
Hand blown.
Oh yes, I knew there was something I was
yeah,
missing.
it's
on this.
amazing. These are amazing.
These are really, really
Look at
cool.
this. Wow.
Stay spooky, which is kind of one of my little slogans.
Yes, a personal favorite of mine.
Ah,
Here's Krampus.
This one is
glorious.
I unboxed this one this morning, and I kid you not, I jumped about 5 feet when I pulled the paper back.
Terrifying.
The level of detail is
the
impressive.
detail.
Let's see. And there's a campfire. That's a cute one. So the back of the Ouija board says, "Wish you a Merry Christmas." I think that may be Jeanette's. So good.
Everyone's just so creative.
Stay spooky.
Stay spooky.
That's great.
Here's a little knitted.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Lovecraft fan. I think Maddie loves that one. Another campfire. And that's a campfire. Very cool. These are nice.
Yeah, look at this.
This one.
It's a howler from Harry Potter.
Oh my goodness.
So cool. Oh my gosh.
Here's our friend Mothman.
Oh, Mothman. Yeah. That one scared us a little when we first opened
Yes,
the
it
package.
did.
Because you didn't know what it was. It's like, whoa.
There's
got
lots
your
of
attention. But very, very well done.
Very impressive work this year.
Yes.
They're super creative.
So thank you to everybody who has and the Ouija Award, flip it over because Jeanette says there's a message on the back.
Oh, that's
that's
so
adorable.
Very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I think people outdone themselves this year.
Yes.
Really nicely done. Applause to everybody. And thanks to Cassandra, did a lot of work with organizing and categorizing them as they came in. So I really appreciate all her hard work on that. So thank you so much for that, Cassandra. Good job. Good job.
The ornaments that people send you are so much more, I don't know, workplace appropriate than the ones they send us.
Oh, I can only imagine. I can only imagine.
Oh no.
If I drink more Jingle Juice, we can discuss it. No. So yeah, that was really awesome. I'm actually going to take a break here. We've got a clip from Michelle Belanger. It's probably about 8 minutes. Michelle Belanger is that great researcher who really has her finger on the pulse of a lot of different kinds of spirituality. You've probably seen her on Paranormal State and a ton of TV shows. And I think this clip runs about 8 minutes or so. And if Kat and Jethro want to hang out, you're welcome to stay the rest of the go if you want to, guys. We're going to about 10. But this is about 8 minutes. Michelle talks to us about Christmas. And she talks to us about Christmas before Christmas. Tell us a little bit about the history of Christmas before Christmas.
Well, it's complicated because religion's never not been politicized. So there was a decision to set Christmas, the celebration of the birth of Christ, on the date that was influenced by a number of other things. Current biblical scholarship leans toward the theory that the birthday was actually in the spring. Now, why would they want to move it? There's a couple of reasons. Probably the biggest one being a fellow named Constantine, who was an emperor of Rome, kind of famously went from being a pagan Roman emperor to being a converted Christian emperor. But he was, like many people in charge at the time and kind of infamous Roman emperors, a bit full of himself. And one of the gods that he worshipped before he converted to Christianity was Sol Invictus, the triumphant sun. And the holiday for the great triumph of the sun over the darkness, was the Winter Solstice. It, by some accounts, also happened to coincide with Constantine's birthday. So he had a vested interest in trying to make this a fancy thing for him. So when Constantine had everybody sit down for like the Nicene Creed and to basically come up with a more orthodox Christianity, because Romans loved their lists. If they were around now, it would all be spreadsheets and bureaucracy, because it totally was back then too. And one of the things that Christianity was lacking prior to that was it was very heterodox. There were lots of different takes on things. And not everybody agreed on what dates were important, what holidays and festivals were important. They didn't even agree on things like, is reincarnation real? Is it not real?
Right.
So it becomes, official that Christmas is celebrated around the winter solstice. But the winter solstice has a significance not only for Sol Invictus and like the triumph of the sun over the darkness, but it's something that you find in multiple cultures that definitely predate Christianity. A lot of ink is spilled and plenty of memes these days. I mean, we probably all saw the Fox News Christmas thing catch on fire or saw the aftermath. Right. And everybody was like really upset how like this Christmas tree is a sign of Christmas and it's a big thing. And anybody who has any background in folklore and mythology and paganism was quick to point out that Christmas trees don't have much to do with Jesus at all. The evergreen tree that is covered in lights is a remnant of the Festival of Lights that was typically the winter solstice for most pagan societies. Now, why is it so completely wedded to a Christian celebration? That has a lot to do with how Christianity spread, especially through Europe, and not merely Europe, partly because of the way it got woven in with Roman culture. Early Christianity really adopted a lot of Roman tactics. And one of the ways that Romans spread their empire and ensured as much control over all of these disparate societies as possible was they would go in, they would acquaint themselves with the local traditions, they would decide what they might be able to stamp out, and they would sort of make a compromise with the things that they couldn't get rid of. They would integrate them into what looked like more Roman society. So if there was a god that kind of was like Jupiter, they would just be like, oh, well, this is Jupiter only in his form up here. So you're still worshiping a Roman god and we're all Roman and here's how you do it. And yeah, sure, he was actually your god before this, but no, really, he's Jupiter. He was all along. And it's got a lot to do with like propagandizing. And finding ways to like change the message and to syncretize these disparate cultures. And that's what they did with Christianity. So this winter festival of evergreen trees and decorating your homes with evergreen boughs to remind yourself that at the end of winter, when all the food is scarce and when it's grown cold and when the snow is on the ground and when, the earth has become this barren, unforgiving thing, that there's still green, that there will still be a rebirth, that there will still be hope for food and life and new life. That became a part of what we see now as the celebration of Christmas. Holly boughs, Christmas trees, and also, in the Northern Hemisphere, the winter solstice is the longest night of the year. And they didn't know to call it seasonal affective disorder, but certainly there is a dreariness for most people that hits during this time of year as the nights just get longer and longer and the days get shorter. And creating a festival that goes back millennia where people would gather around a fire, where they would gather as much light around them as possible, as affordable, to remind themselves on that longest night of the year that the light would triumph, Sol Invictus, that the light would be born again. Not merely from a Roman thing. You would see this in culture after culture after culture, because in a lot of ways it was a very natural method that people would react to this phenomenon of the seasons.
Interesting. I was going to say on the Fox thing, when I saw that somebody lit a Christmas tree on fire, I thought that regardless of politics, I thought that was pretty reprehensible. I'd say the same thing if it were MSNBC's tree. I mean, I don't know where we got in this country where we have to set things on fire when we disagree with someone on either side. I just don't get it.
At first I was like, oh, the Christmas tree's on fire. Like the fire hazard goes up because especially like that whole like light festival before all of the LEDs and lights, like the way in which trees would just catch on fire.
Well, oddly, I was just telling my daughter this when I was a little kid. I don't know if you remember the big C9 bulbs, the big ones. And we had an artificial Christmas tree. I guess I was like 2 years old, and they were on there, and I knocked over the Christmas tree, which turned out to be fortuitous because the branches were starting to burn. So, that was a lucky accident, I guess. And we're still here, so luckily there was that accident that I knocked over that tree. I just wanted to say a couple things. I think Kat and Jethro left during the clip, and I just
looks like
wanted
they got
to
some
thank
takeout
them.
food.
It was dinner time.
There you go. Well, I just wanted to thank them. They're great, and everybody, make sure you check out Box of Oddities if you hadn't had a chance. They've been great. And then Ryan was here, which was kind of like an unexpected plus, which was great. He just folded in beautifully, but he had to go because his internet was failing him. So check him out at somewhereintheskies.com. And I have a feeling you're going to be hearing a lot about Mr. Sprague to say for sure. So, we continue on. We would love to have some of you come in and play trivia. And I know the trivia has been a little difficult this year, but I know some of you.
And this time it wasn't Maddie. No.
That fighting spirit. Yeah, usually Maddie, Lady Krampus is the one that gives the tough trivia, but Natalie stepped in nicely.
Yeah. I ran questions by actually, Cassandra, and apparently they were too easy. So
we are perhaps unfair judges. We do watch a lot of holiday content every year.
Right.
We do.
Oh, Laurie says the trivia scares her. I don't.
Come on, there's got to be an easy one. Tell her to come on, and we'll try to find one.
Is there?
Yeah.
I don't.
Wait, let's see. Wait.
Well, you give me an easy one. We'll queue up an easy one here if somebody wants to take a chance. It's jimharold.com/join live. I even did that new to make it easier for people to come on, and we've gotten fewer people, I think, because they're a little scared of the trivia. So that's jimharold.com/join live. And while we're talking about things, I should mention this. We have a big sale going on for our Mausoleum of merch. And it really is a good sale, up to 30% off. And we'd love for you to check that out. Get your gear at jimharold.com/gear. Big sale this weekend, up to 30% off. And we hope that you check this out. I always forget to promote things. So I thought, well, I'll do it now. So we'd love to get that. What?
You have a new shirt out, right?
Yes, I do. I do have a new shirt. I don't have a graphic of it.
I asked for that for Christmas.
Well, there you go. Oh, here comes Lori, who is scared of trivia.
But give Lori. Wait, let's see.
Yeah, I think here she comes.
Girls, what do you think? Like number 10's not.
Hi, Lori.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Lori was scared of
There's trivia.
All right, Dar, give me a number of trivia that is reasonable.
I don't know, like either 10 or 13.
Okay,
13 might not be too bad. It's a little bit of a trick, but
okay. Well, let's do 13. Oh, let's do 10. Lori, we're getting some feedback here, but who is the name of the head elf at the North Pole in the movie The Santa Claus? That's the one with Tim Allen.
I don't know that one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me just do this. It's Bernard. Well, thank you for playing. Where are you calling from tonight?
I don't know that one.
Oh, she's getting feedback.
All right. Thank you. Happy holidays, everybody.
Thank you. Happy holidays. Yeah. It's tough when you get feedback because it's hard to communicate. So
we have fun.
Sorry about that, Lauren. So I'd be interested. Let's talk amongst ourselves a bit and talk about our favorite holiday movies. And I kind of know some of your guys, and this we are still playing trivia, so go ahead and join in. But I thought we would get from both the wisdom of the chat here, the spooktators, And Sandy says Bernard is not the head elf. Santa is the head elf.
Okay, but we're talking within the context of the Santa Claus universe, starring Tim Allen.
Yes.
In which case, Tim Allen is Santa Claus, and he does not seem like the head elf in any universe.
There you go. We have Fun made allusion to some snow in her comment, but I'm not going to bring that up on the screen. But if you see what I'm talking about.
Oh, Tim Allen, snow, got it.
Yeah. So I'll go around the horn. Favorite holiday movie or piece of entertainment? Maybe we'll start at the far end. What about Cassandra? What's your favorite piece of holiday entertainment? And Spooktators in the chat, please pop yours in. We'd love to know.
That's very difficult. It's probably Elf. I really do love Elf.
Elf
I
is
stole
good.
Natalie's. All right, I'll say A Christmas Carol. I don't know which version to specify, but I do read Christmas Carol every year. I just finished up this year's wrap up. It's a great mixture of spooky and fun, and you've probably seen an adaptation of it in some way or format, but I do recommend the original too. It's just really wonderful and heartwarming and really great this time of year. So I won't steal Natalie's.
Brilliant boy, smart boy. Anyway, if I used to, I don't do as much now, but when we get close to Christmas time, I start going around the house saying, if I had my way, everyone went about with Merry Christmas on his lips, would be boiled in his own pudding.
The steak of holly buried
with I don't put that part. I cut the line off. It's too much work.
Oh, gosh.
All right.
Oh, Muppets Christmas Carol is really great. I do recommend that adaptation, and I do love Scrooged too. So lots of good adaptations in here.
Scrooged. Love Scrooged.
Yeah, and I'm just Jen, Muppets Christmas Carol. Randall loves Christmas Carol. We Have Fun goes with Die Hard.
Oh, that big controversy. Is it
the Rudolph movie and the original Grinch? It's a Wonderful Life. Let's see. Sandy says Christmas Story, then Elf, but my all-time favorites, It's a Wonderful Life. That's great. So, Natalie Harold, what is your favorite piece of holiday entertainment?
Well, I would say Elf, but Cassandra sort of took the surprise out of it. So I'm going to have to plug the Polar Express. I do really love the magic of that movie, even though the animation does date itself a little bit. It does have a beautiful, beautiful message, and it's filled with wonder, even after all these years.
Sandy called us on it.
I do love that.
About the Santa Claus. I'm sorry. That's true. Okay. Touche. All right.
Dar?
Oh, it's hard for me to pick just one. Probably it'd have to be A Christmas Story, but then I love National Lampoon Vacation, Christmas Vacation, and I love Scrooge. Those are probably my top, I think, right? Something like that.
And Maddie, do you have a piece of favorite holiday entertainment or something that you like?
Entirely keeping in my image as Lady Krampus tonight, Black Christmas.
There you go, Black Christmas. Hey, I like that. I like that. I watched that like on Shudder, I think last year or something. And
did you watch the original or the new or the
original?
remake?
The original.
Oh, so good.
Yeah. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Good slasher movie. Very good. All right. Mark says Christmas Carol is my favorite story in holiday entertainment. Mr. Magoo and Alistair Sim. Oh yeah, Alistair Sim. Yeah. In Scrooge. Yeah.
I remember Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol. Yeah. They don't show that very much now.
Yeah, that's true. You don't see
Oh
that.
no.
Magoo.
We do remember the Star Wars holiday special. We actually
watched
Greg.
Has anybody seen the Star Wars holiday special?
I gotta go back on my answer. My favorite piece of holiday entertainment is in fact the Star Wars holiday special.
The worst part of it's when Art Carney, who is best known as Norton in The Honeymooners, is showing some kind of tape. Who was she showing it to? Some kind of tape with Diana Carroll doing a seductive dance, and he's like, "Whoa, look at that!" Oh my.
I really like B. Arthur's cantina scene song. That's great. It didn't go on for 6 minutes.
The second best cantina scene in Star Wars.
I mean, B. Arthur in Star Wars need I say more?
The crossover, people talk about Avengers Endgame, but I'm just saying that's the crossover event that you never knew that we needed.
Well, I got to say, A Christmas Story's got to be my favorite. That's my favorite. I don't think that'll ever change. Honorable mention to Elf. Christmas Vacation has moved up for me a lot in the last few years. I guess I don't know, relating to the Clark character with failures of putting up decorations and things. And
oh yeah.
More Jingle Juice. But yeah, I think probably A Christmas Story, then Christmas Vacation, then Elf, in terms of like more comedic. Although I think A Christmas Story certainly has some serious notes to it. And then I've always liked It's a Wonderful Life a lot. We Have Fun said the animation in Polar Express is so creepy, uncanny valley to the max. There have been studies about it.
Further, if you want to get even more creeped out, there's actually a number of scenes from the film, because that whole movie was done in mocap. There's intermediary stages of animation that you can watch. So before all the rendering is complete, you can
like
go online and find some
you guys showed me
videos of that. If you really want to see Uncanny Valley.
Really, yeah.
No love for Nightmare Before Christmas or Home Alone. Home Alone I never got into Nightmare Before Christmas.
Home Alone 2 was better than Home Alone.
Oh, stop discussing
Hot
it yourselves. No, we watch Home Alone and Home Alone 2.
Yeah.
Not 3.
And I usually watch A Nightmare Before Christmas. This is maybe an unpopular take as well, but I watch that around Halloween and not Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. Greg says he references the Star Wars holiday special. Eric, Black Christmas is a classic. Star, Nightmare Before Christmas. Let's see here.
Oh, Sandy likes one that you like, Jim.
I'm not seeing that one yet.
It's a Christmas Chronicle.
Oh,
yeah.
With Christmas Chronicles, I wasn't a huge fan, but I wanted them to watch it. So I made up a
you would
fake
not
review.
let us alone about that movie.
And I said something like Kurt Russell in a tour de force, and made up a fake, a pretty good sounding couple sentences from a fake review, and convinced them to watch it. And we were totally disappointed. But anyway. Jack says he considers Empire Strikes Back to be the true Star Wars Christmas special. SNL does great Christmas spoofs too. My favorite, now I guess it's a Christmas one, is way back, Dan Aykroyd and Candice Bergen, where Dan Aykroyd plays the toy manufacturer.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, yeah, Johnny Switchblade. Yeah.
Bag of glass.
Bag of glass, kid. There's some glass. Don't step on it. I love that.
I like the, what is it?
Mark Jensen.
Oh, Mark Jensen. Will Ferrell's on a turntable, and then he turns so many times he starts vomiting. Oh, that's tremendous.
Because he feels sick. Yes, that's
it's the most wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. No, that's great stuff. Great stuff. Let's see. I want to get some more comments here.
I don't know if I saw the Fat Albert Christmas special.
I probably did when I was a kid.
You
probably won't see it now, because I don't think you're going to be seeing a lot of Christmas programming from the mind of Bill Cosby. But was the Nightmare Before Christmas too spooky for Jim? No, it was fine. It was fine. Die Hard. Hey, Jim, filmed in Pittsburgh. Yes. Kurt Russell is a national treasure. Actually, Kurt Russell is a good actor. Very good actor. Oh, I saw this a long time ago.
Me too.
The bishop's wife is so lovely, and Cary Grant was so gorgeous. Well, he was a good-looking man, no doubt about that. Actually, we in our basement put up some like El Cheapo movie posters we got off the internet, and we all picked one, and my pick was North by Northwest with the great Cary Grant on it. And that was like a twofer, because you got Cary Grant and Alfred Hitchcock. Chris Lee likes Scrooge, Bag o' Glass. Yeah,
that's a reference.
Yes, I have seen this. The Christmas themed Twilight episode, Changing of the Guard. Brilliant episode. Yep, I've seen that. Sandy, Miracle on 34th Street. Love that movie.
The original.
Great movie. The original. Yeah. So, yeah.
Another Twilight Zone piece is always the New Year's marathon.
Yes.
Oh,
always
yeah.
watch.
That's a
No, it's
tradition.
Oh,
in
that's
our
That is
household.
a tradition.
It's
Well,
not
now-
2 a.m. in the new year if we're not watching an
We aren't
episode of
watching,
Twilight.
And I don't
the
know why,
Twilight
because I've
Zone.
got the DVD set. I don't know why we just don't do our
It's
own
only New
Twilight
Year's.
Zone.
Yep.
Do our own Twilight Zone thing with no commercials or anything, because I just love that show so much. You know, it's just my favorite all-time show. Let's see, what did it do? The store around the corner. I don't know what this. Maybe it's the. Oh yeah, if I have the name right, the store around the corner. Watch it every year. Maybe that's the Twilight Zone they're talking about. You know, as much as I've watched the Twilight Zone, I still think there's a few episodes I've missed. One time I started to watch them in chronological order and got busy and forgot and stopped. So those kind of things happen. Well, next up, I think what we'll do is we'll play. We have a second clip from Michelle Belanger, and she was kind enough to spend some time with us. It's several minutes long, and really interesting. She talks about maybe how some non-Christian traditions celebrate Christmas. Very, very interesting insight. I am fascinated by this idea of rebirth, in the sense that, you know, the days are the shortest, the 21st or so, and then they start to get longer, and how well that actually that kind of plays into the message of Christ as well. So I think that even though it seems like there are a lot of maybe kind of nefarious reasons that it was done, it actually fits really well in many ways, I would think, because of birth and so forth. Now, how does it fit? And I just don't want to make this a Christian thing, though. How does it fit today for other faiths like pagans and so forth?
I mean, the first thing to talk to the nefarious aspect of it. Like, the Romans were just really good at marketing, and some of that's nefarious, but some of it is just really just horse sense when it comes to finding ways to sell a message to people. So that I just want to say, it wasn't always it wasn't some grand conspiracy. It was knowing how to pitch a message and get a bunch of people on board with
and
it.
make it fit. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, what is this holiday, this winter holiday, for especially like pagans? Well, modern pagans, the myth of an unbroken lineage that has been passed along through, you know, mother to daughter or father to son over millennia, for any pagan practice, it is a myth. Like, there's little bits and things that survive, but it's not like there's any single pagan tradition that looks now like it looked as it was practiced hundreds or 1,000 years ago. So in a lot of ways, modern paganism is an attempt to recreate and reconstruct what a pre-Christian religion looked like. And we don't have, the most ideal resources for that. A lot of these cultures were oral traditions, like things were passed along through stories and through songs and through mystery traditions and initiatory experiences, and a lot of things were not committed to print. So we have to guess in many ways. We know that the winter solstice was important. We know that many of the, originally pagan societies would celebrate things that followed an astronomical progression of the year, that followed this sort of shift in the calendar that either was lunar or solar, and sometimes a combination of the two. And the solstices and the equinoxes in most societies were very observable and ended up being kind of tent poles for the celebrations throughout the year. Winter solstice, excuse me, winter solstice in the Northern Hemisphere has a couple of notable things that inspire how the ritual is celebrated. Again, longest night of the year. So it's about reflecting on the dark times, but also finding the light in the darkness. And there's an implication there of rebirth, as you observed, and also of immortality, however you may interpret that. And so in Celtic paganism and in some of the other loosely recreated ones, they'll practice Yule, which is sort of seen as the precursor, the northern precursor to what got wedded to the Christian Christmas. So again, you're going to have a Yule log, you're going to have a tree. The tree is the symbol of the rebirth and the survival. It's usually an evergreen tree for a reason. They were seen as things that didn't die because they didn't lose their leaves. They didn't go through that traditional shedding in the autumn that so many other trees do. So all sorts of evergreens became symbols of an enduring spirit, hope, even in the face of death and barrenness and infertility. My own group, I mean, one of the things about like modern religions is you kind of have the freedom to interpret things the way you want to. And if you do that consciously, like after studying folklore and mythology and like why we do religious ceremony in the first place, which is usually it's a psychosocial event. It is an event that is supposed to speak to the social group engaging with it and to sort of hit them in the feels, like have certain like psychological either triggers, experiences, things that speak deeply to people on a mythic and personal level. So when creating our own, I made our ritual for the winter solstice a festival of lights, except we're the lights. You know, the unending, the undying spirit, that spark that can't be extinguished in the darkness, that's us. And so, you know, each of us holds a candle in our little circle and we turn off all the other lights. And we reflect on that candle and how we are the light in the darkness for others in those darkest hours. And how that can be challenging sometimes. But as long as just one spark remains, it's possible to reignite the whole from that one spark. So it's about enduring through the hard times too.
And that, you know, that idea of enduring through the hard times, I think, is particularly resonant now. I mean, just the last 2 or 3 days, the things that we're having to deal with, and the pandemic kind of is saying, guess what? It's not over. But I think that's one of the great things about this time of the year is that not only has a spiritual significance, of course it does, but it also has the ability to serve as a celebration, even in the midst of dark times. And it goes back to that idea of it is literally a celebration during dark times because we are at the days are the shortest of the year. And in the broader metaphor, we're living through dark times. And still we have that ability to realize that the sun will shine again and that we can have fun with these kind of things. So there you go. Now, someone asked in the chat what my favorite holiday gift ever was. And I got to admit, it was really weird. I had this weird dynamic. I've shared it with Maddie and obviously my family knows. I lived in a not so great area, but I got every toy ever made in the 70s and early 80s. When I was still playing with toys. I still play with toys. Don't tell anybody, but I think my two favorite, I'll give it down to two. And they were both, well, now see, that's bad because probably my all-time favorite was my Atari 2600. But then I'll say my number two was probably I got like it wasn't a full-size pinball machine, but it was like I found the old commercial on the internet. I don't know if any of you guys do this who lived back in the day. You can find commercials of your old toys on YouTube. So I showed you guys it was like a pretty good sized pinball machine for a kid. Remember that, Dar?
Mm-hmm.
I had one. Pinball Champ. I had one. Dar says I didn't have any toys.
Not many.
You had a college education, though, they got paid for. Your dad believed in education. He kind of thought toys were a little bit of foolishness.
I mean, I don't want people to think I didn't get any toys. I mean, I got toys, but not like some kids.
You won us a DS for never having an Atari.
That is true.
Yeah.
Many years
tell
ago.
that story. Tell that story.
There was. I don't even remember the site now. It was just when the internet was really young. There was this parents kind of website that I used to frequent when the kids were real little, and they said, "Oh, tell us your best, what was it, like your best video game story or whatever." And the fact was I didn't have any and I wanted one so badly, and the neighbors had one and I would go get to play very rarely, just enough to wet my whistle, and I get to go play, and I wanted one so bad. So I told that story and they must have felt really bad for me because I won a handheld DS. So it was really awesome. I
There
was
you
so
go.
excited.
Yeah, I know you were.
I
Very
actually
happy about
brought that. Remember, Jim? I brought it to the hospital when I was giving birth to Cassandra. Because somehow in my messed up brain, I thought I was going to have time to play games after I had the baby. Hello.
it. Yeah.
I don't think I've picked it up since. No, I'm just
and this doesn't necessarily have to be Christmas. It could be, I'm just curious, people's favorite toy growing up or something like that. I'll go to our kids first. You guys didn't get any toys.
Nothing.
No, nothing.
So
Very
deprived.
Thankless.
So let's start with Cassandra, because she's the eldest.
Great. Hopefully I don't say curse
exactly
again. Yeah, I'm keeping with the video game theme, the Wii. I think that was 2008 we got our Wii. We were so involved with the Wii.
Gosh.
I became obsessed with Mario Kart. I have the Mario Kart guide for the Wii.
Wait. Who?
No.
It was
Mario
supposed
Kart.
to be a Mother's Day present. But it ended up being more of a present for us.
I didn't get to play it. Not
in our defense.
They're like, that's the best Mother's Day present ever.
Yes. We were very young, and Dad took us to Best Buy, and we saw someone playing Mario Kart Wii and thought it looked very amazing, and thought that it would be a very suiting Mother's Day gift.
But I wanted the game. Remember that I wanted it.
You hardly played it.
I didn't get to.
But Natalie and I are very good at Mario Kart.
Yeah,
Wii.
now I can't even remotely play with them.
And I've been hooked on Nintendo.
And I'm the worst. Since. Everybody beats me. I stink at it.
You get motion sick.
Yeah, it's like. So both of you Mario Kart for both of you.
Well, it's just the Wii in general, because we played a lot of Wii Sports as well. Yeah. My
Wii
Sims.
Sports.
Oh, I remember you got my dad into Wii. Okay.
Wii bowling.
So my dad, old world Italian, who could like barely do, it was not involved in pop culture in the least, was like having fun playing Wii bowling with the girls. It was awesome to see.
Very cool. So, Maddie, what was your favorite toy or gift when you were growing up?
Probably my Speak and Spell.
Yes. I wanted one of those too.
Don't you have one, Dar?
I do, but I don't. I got it
when you were too old.
I got it when I was too old. I knew how to spell all the words because it was on a clearance thing, and so that was an awesome toy, Maddie.
It really was.
Some of the things from our chat room here. Jack says my favorite gift was probably the CD collection my dad got me one year. That's the Doors, Chicago, Pink Floyd. Good taste. Yes, the old man has great taste.
Awesome.
Let's see. The best thing I ever got was a KitchenAid mixer. Cool. Yes. Cool.
Awesome.
Actually, one of the kids I used to play with, she had one of those little kitchens, and I always thought that was so cool. I'm like, this is cool. I didn't necessarily want one, but I'm like, it's just like, it's like your own little house, because she had a room set off and they had the kitchen set up. I'm like, this is cool.
Top of my list every year from 5, probably till 10 even. I asked for one every year. I wanted a stove, refrigerator, and sink. And
we had it. You got it for us.
I got it for you guys. Like,
it had a water dispenser. You could fill up the water and then press a little button, and then the water would come out of the fridge. It was crazy.
Jen says her favorite were the Woodsies. Has anybody heard of the Woodsies? A play set of squirrels in a log. Well, hey, if you liked it. I had a barrel full of monkeys.
I had that too. That I had.
Galen has
Jack,
that.
Jack changed his answer.
Like that.
Best Christmas gift he ever got was his very first guitar. Oh, I know something that I got that I really liked when I was a kid, and I was like really young. I had asked for like a little toy record player, and my parents went to Sears and got me like an adult record player when I was like 6 years old. Wow. But it's funny, and I post this sometime. I wish I had a picture of it. A few years later, I wanted a DJ set, and it had like a little DJ board and a little microphone and a little turntable.
And then you wonder why Jim's doing what he's doing
now.
See?
And I didn't get it. So I look around this room. I'm like, I think I'm compensating. I mean, all the time I'll be like, well, you know, those speakers weren't very good. I really needed a better set of speakers. I was limping along on that. These will last for 10 years. But anyway, thanks to all our great listeners that allow us to get good equipment to put out shows for you. So thank you so much for that. Oh, did you ever make the Speak and Spell talk backwards, to summon the devil?
I don't know how you'd go about that. There wasn't an instruction book to tell me this. I definitely would have tried, though.
Oh, man, I just remember getting a bicycle for Christmas. My uncle asked me if I could go help him with the fire, and there was a brand new bike right in front of the fireplace. Then he threw the bike in the... No, I'm just kidding. You want this?
That's cool.
That is cool. That's cool. That reminds me of the scene in A Christmas Story when he goes, oh, there's something else back there. And he knew it was the BB gun. That was so awesome. Elena says, enjoying this Christmas party so much. Thank you. Thank you for joining us tonight. Let's see. Jen said, I always want that kitchen too. I guess that's why we graduate to Williams-Sonoma when we grow up.
I can't go there.
Oh, here's one you had, Dar. You still have it. I served as a guinea pig maid to try my older sister's creations with her easy bake oven. Now,
I didn't get an easy bake oven. I wanted an easy bake oven. I got the hobby oven.
Oh, that wasn't
we
like...
had an easy bake oven, though.
Yeah, I bought them that once. Yeah.
And
I got them all
do
the
actually
toys I wanted.
Our light bulb cooked confections.
Now, let me talk to you a minute about sea monkeys.
Jim and the sea monkeys.
This is the biggest scam in the history of the universe.
Scam. It's exactly what's promised.
No, you get that. I'm old enough to remember comic books that had the pictures of them. They're flying on trapezes. What was the trapeze? There wasn't any trapeze, a little specks.
It's probably there. It's just so small you can't see it.
So your theory is that there is a trapeze.
Yeah, there
it's
is actually a trapeze. It's just only visible on a microscopic
I see.
level.
Gotcha.
We really wanted a camcorder as kids. My sister and I tore a strip off the wrapping paper of a big box under a tree and took a peek. We saw a video camera in the box and flipped out. That's a nice gift.
Yeah.
That's a nice gift. That's cool, though. That's cool. And I hope that you got to keep some of those tapes because those probably have a lot of
nice memories.
Oh, there's a sad part. Turns out it was wrapped with a flyer from Audio Video. So there wasn't a camera in there. We were disappointed.
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's sad.
I should have read the rest.
Oh,
no. Worst gift, a Jack LaLanne juicer from my husband. Here, honey, and some wheat germ. I probably most people out there are too young to remember Jack LaLanne. He was like 1,000,000 years old.
Oh God!
And he was like he would tow like cars with his teeth and stuff. And he's like 90 years old.
He was this fitness guy that was on.
Yeah,
television.
he was on TV from like when TV was invented up until like the early 90s. No, seriously, like 1948, he was on TV like up until like the early 90s. So,
oh no.
Oh, let's see here. Oh, I think so. That's it.
Oh no,
she said she wants to go to grad school. She's really going to go off and go with the sea monkeys.
No, I just watched a documentary. It's very interesting.
Look at that. Yeah, Jen had.
It did look like an old-fashioned stove. It was blue. I still have it. I kept it. That was one of the few toys I kept. Yeah.
I love sea monkeys. Sandy says if you look hard, you can see their little crowns.
There you go.
Cassandra knows.
See, Cassandra, yeah.
Let's see. When I was 5, my grandfather made me my own china closet with drawers and teacup hooks and plate rails. The works. That is awesome.
Nice.
That is awesome.
Sweet. That's a nice memory.
Now this one's one from way back. I was a little kid when this came out. I didn't have one. Pet rocks were the biggest scam ever. I think it was brilliant, though.
What a great way to make money, right?
Oh, this is mean. The meanest gift I ever got was a fake scratch ticket. Thought I won $50,000. I'm not even going to lie. Cried. That's sad. That's not nice. I understand a joke to a point, but hold on a minute here. Jeanette said best childhood gift, a big red bike with a teddy bear on. That's a good one. Let's see. I'm going to put this up here. I remember our parents having to explain why the sea monkeys were giving each other piggyback rides. We grew up that Christmas.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh.
So it looks like we're coming to the end of our broadcast. 10 o'clock, we said we go 8 to 10. And I just wanted to do this. It's fun to connect with you guys as an audience. You've done so much for all of us. And it's interesting, I think, over the last couple of years, this has really become a family affair. You know, I started off doing this stuff. I mean, Dar has always, and the kids have always been very supportive of me in general, but they become more involved. And I'm hoping that Dar becomes more involved again this year and does more things with the shows. And the kids are very involved behind the scenes, whether it's administrative stuff or it's editing. They're doing a lot of that and doing a great job. So it's nice to do this as a family. And of course, Lady Krampus up there, Maddie, she's part of the family too. And we appreciate everything she does. We couldn't do what we do without her. So I thought it's a great time to bring everybody together. And just, I kind of remember, if you remember those really old Christmas specials where, you know, Bing Crosby or whoever would have his family around. And,
we just taped the
Sinatra D.
Martin one.
Yeah. Although if you read some of the biographies about Bing Crosby, it wasn't so nice off camera, apparently. I don't know.
Family wise.
I'm not going to start singing These Boots Are Made for Walking, though.
You sure, Cassandra? You don't want to go ahead and break out? Go ahead, hon.
I think we're good.
Is it public domain? No.
No, it's not. It is
not yet. Do not sing it.
No,
if you guys want to hear my rendition of Good King Stephen Wenceslas, though, like that one, we're good.
Cassandra knows all the words so well.
Stephen Wenceslas. But the point is that I wanted to say, from our family to yours, we hope you have a great holiday season. We hope you get to enjoy it. And we also hope that 2022 is better for you, and it's better for us, and it's better for everyone. But like Michelle said, don't forget that light. That light is still there, and it will overcome in time. If you look throughout history, there have been good times, there have been bad times, and we're decidedly in one of those bad times. But this too shall pass. I do believe that. I do believe that. So I'll go around. What's everybody wishing for you know? And you could give all the right answers. And maybe just a couple of selfish ones too. Cassandra, what are you hoping for with the holidays in the new year?
Well, obviously, you know, continued health and safety throughout. But you know, just new opportunities while maintaining the old.
There you go. What about you, Natalie?
Yes, of course, in this time, health and safety and just togetherness with the family. But yes, just that nice Christmas moment of sitting by the fire with some old Christmas music playing and just being together with family.
And your new record player, maybe? I don't know.
Whoa, what?
Santa bring that? I don't know about
Wish he would. That would be great.
Here's the thing I don't understand. A million songs right here.
It's a different experience.
She asked for a.
It's all about the tactile experience of the album, as one continues.
Okay.
No, that was Natalie's excuse why she wanted vinyl instead of Spotify.
It's a different feeling. It's a lot more.
No, it's true. It's true to a point. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I like it as a supplement, although I have a bunch of records and I haven't dragged them out for like 20 years, except to move them from one room to another and then one house to another.
Well, but, maybe we can if Santa delivers.
Well, we'll see what Santa does. We'll see. Dar, what about you?
The cliche thing that everyone's saying, but it's really true. I mean, having gone through a lot of medical stuff in my past and, you know, even day to day, you know, just that health, being healthy and happy and not tired and, you know, being vibrant and just being together with the people you love is like everything to me. And I know my babies are growing up, so it gets kind of bittersweet. Yeah. Jim and I are kind of going through that because they're older, they're growing up, and they're going to be totally on their own, you know, soon. And, you know, kind of, we want them to. I mean, that's the whole point. That's our job, is to prepare them for that. But, you know, We look at those old home movies and I'm like, oh, my little babies are gone.
Yeah.
But the fact that we can be together is so important. And you're talking about some of the just having some time off from work was going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I need time off.
When she's not doing everything else she does so well, she is a telepractice speech therapist, and a very good one.
Thank you.
That's why I think she's a natural at all this stuff, and I wish she'd do more of it. But I'll keep working on her. We'll figure out something. Lady Krampus, Maddie, what about you?
I'd like a pony, and
I'd
rather have a cow than a pony, but I think the last few years have been really good in emphasizing the importance of connection. And I'm hoping as my family and your family and everybody else's family all goes forward, that maybe as these horrible times pass, as you say, that we'll be able to treasure that connection more going forward. I hope that's the way things go next year.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Well, I just want to say to everyone, happy holidays. Merry Christmas if you celebrate. Happiest of New Year's, healthiest of New Year's. And again,
safe New Year.
Safe New Year, yes. And may we all have a much, much better 2022. And this holiday season, keep locked into all the podcasts. As Maddie knows and the family knows, I've been working hard. I'm going to take a couple weeks off, but not the podcasts. The podcasts are already in the can, ready to go. We've got a Christmas special coming up for Paranormal Podcast this week. We have a Christmas special coming up for Campfire this week. Then we'll be back the following week with a best of Campfire for 2021, plus the rest of the Plus Club shows. We've released almost all of them this month.
And a special Unpleasant Dreams.
Unpleasant Dreams, Christmas Ghost Stories on Monday. Thank you for reminding me. So there'll be plenty to listen to. It's like I'm there because all the work has been done. Thanks to Maddie and the team at Jim Harold Media. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and we'll talk to you in 2022. God bless. Bye-bye, everybody.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.